I am not a registered investment, legal, tax, broker, or dealer. All opinions expressed by me are mine, my own, and how I trade, and my thoughts and my ideas. You need to consult your own professional, you need to do your own due diligence, and you invest your money wisely. Investing has risk. You will see. Do your own research, do your own due diligence. Don't hold me liable. I'm just expressing my own ideas. Do your own due diligence. So we're starting the dividend account challenge on Monday. I funded it via ACH, which means no options for like 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday might just be some very slow common trades. We will see. But here's what we're going to watch on Monday. I'm going to start with ACCO. Right now, the good news is this big volume right here on the daily means there's real support right here from the 9 level to the 940 level. I don't really like this distribution here. Usually this means it's going to come down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can buy in the 9.2 range, 9.10 range. And if we look at their dividends, right, their dividends X date is the 26th. So, Wednesday of next week. So I'm actually looking for a pullback, a chance to enter and watch it run into the X date. All right, moving on. ADC. I love the weekly, right? We have growth, pullback, consolidation, right? We really want to see it get above 69.5 and hold, right? We really want to see this become support this area. The good news is, again, so we got a big volume, and if we look at the 4 hour, we can see the volume came in late day buying. So, just looking at the 4 hour, you can kind of see this range here. So this 694, 686 range, we really want to see it consolidate into there and take off. We get there, we can go to 70, 71, and as high as 73. And its dividends is ADC dividend. Its X date is 527, 3.8% yield. And this looks monthly, and that's super attractive. So I think ADC is setting up. I like it a lot. We'll see. The market will tell us. APTS. All right, so APTS is kind of tricky, right? It looks great on the weekly, right? We have some pullback, consolidation. But the problem with its consolidation is this gap on the daily, right? See this gap here to here, here to here, right? If I go and look at the news on it, right? Annual meeting, shareholders, earning calls, Q1, still has some work to do. So I'm not really liking this long. It's got a great setup, but it's probably going to pull back. And let's just look at the dividends real quick. Right, it's every 3 months. X date is 6/14. So the fact that it's 6/14, we have a few weeks. I'm kind of expecting a pullback. All right, next we have is BBU. 46.65 is closed. Its day was horrible. Now, I say its day is horrible, but if we take a look at the weekly, you can kind of see this consolidation, right? Even if I wanted to look into here, it's sitting within inside this range. So, we have this big sell-off, this big volume right here, right? It's down. Kind of probably some spattering of buys here and pulls down. I'm expecting this to come down, but we know that we can look at the low 44 range for support, right? The weekly has shown us 44 here, 44 here, and even on the monthly over here, you can kind of see the strength here. So what I'm really looking for is the 44 range to buy. We'll see how that shapes up, and here's its dividend. All right, well, I guess I just checked. It's, I don't know. So take BBU off the list, or BBU. So next we have Americold. All right, so This is one of my absolute favorite setups. What we have here, we look at the weekly, you can see we got this tightening range here, right? And we can see the 37 support, right? And we don't even have to second guess about 37 support. We can see this big volume candle right here, right? And where is it at? Here. You can see it tested here again, and it's going up. So what we really know is, we really know this 37 level is legitimate. Now the question is, where do we pay? So what is Cold's dividend? Alright, so here's Cold's dividend. It's not listed there, but we can pretty much see it's every 3 months, so 630. We got plenty of time. This is probably going to be my first option play. We'll see, but that, you know, we already know the level that's legitimate. Right, so if we get anywhere near the 37 level, I'm buying calls. There's no reason not to. Alright, so next on the list is CWEN, right? The weekly is absolutely sexy. Right, we kind of know our range here. And, you know, if we want to reverse the month, we have to get above 29. So you can kind of see it's this week that takes out. Now, here is the great news, right? We got a big volume. We can kind of see, like, this level here between this 26.76 and the 25.2 is strength. But it's got to come back through this, right? So we need it to pull back so we could take the next leg up. So CWEN, it's on the watch list. It's probably going to take a couple days. And for those MACD people, look, MACD is crossing finally. And here's its dividend. All right, so it's got a 5% yield, 5.28. So this is running up towards the X date. I'm probably going to lay off this one. It's going to have to pull back, mainly because, you know, everybody wants a dividend, so they'll buy in and then they'll sell. So, all right, so FMB, right? Take a look at this. Look at this on the month. See that range? And then see this range? See how it's getting tight? Right, so now where's our hint? Okay, so here's our big volume. Here's our hint. We've got the MACD crossing, right? So there you go. There's your real support. 20.51 to 21.15. Right? It pulls back. You know, the problem here is this. I don't like this, right? So it's like a waterfall, right? So you expect deep, deep. So anywhere in this 20.50 range, we want to take a shot. And here's its dividend. So basically it's going to be 6.25. So we'll have our opportunity to pull back. Go to just wait it out, 2.6%. We'll see what happens. All right, and so we're going to look at next is Main, M-A-I-N. The weekly is great, right? We have our tightening range again. The problem with this weekly is this big gap down, right? Even if we look at the 4 hours, our big volume here, it's selling unless somebody really ate it. So, you know, we got this whole waterfall here, right? Up, pull back, probably going to double top here and come in. But that's fine. We kind of know, we can kind of see this range right here, 40 to 38.20 as an opportunity to buy in here. Suspect that it's going to come down, but again, let's look at this dividend date. So here we go again. It's running up to the dividend date is essentially what's happening. So I'm going to wait for this to pull back. All right, so next is PAX. I love everything about this, right? You can see for a month now, they've kind of bit the bottom here. They've kind of ate it up. You look at this tightening range here, right? We got a really small day. Whoops. And if we look at the hour, you can see all this support right here, right? So that's really our range, 14 to 15.2. You know, above that 15.2, we're going to go. Below that, we want to look for a spot to buy. And here's its dividend. So maybe this is their first dividend. Let's look. Well, I'm not sure. I'll probably have to call TD. TD has it listed as a dividend coming up, so we'll see. All right, next is REXR. Right, we got this just beautiful tightening range, flag, whatever you want to call it. Has this day here. This day is weak, right? So it might not be tomorrow, might not be Tuesday, or might not be Monday, might not be Tuesday, might be Wednesday. but we can see exactly our levels here, right? And if we look at the option chain, there's nothing really attractive about anything here. All this premium, you know, these are mispriced, but they only give you 4 weeks of time to move to 60. Yeah, that's a trap. But this might be good for commons, so we'll see. And here's REXR's dividend history, so 6.9, 1.78, basically every quarter. All right, so SBCF, right? This monthly over here, we have a real range. Nothing insane, but we have a real range here that shows strength. If we look at the weekly, same thing, right? We got this tightening formation. And we have real support with volume here at the 36 range. Now, we can keep going. There's a fair chance we can keep going through here. There's nothing weak about this entire setup. Right? There's no weakness here. This is consolidation, pullback, consolidation, and pullback. Now, we'll see how this week sets up. Maybe we'll get a perfect day to take along. And let's just check the chain real quick. Nothing incredibly sexy, although this is mispriced. 2.6 to 2.9 for an extra 3 months of time. So this one's slightly mispriced. 2.6 here for 40, so I expect to get to 42.60, and it's been as high as 40. It was a little bit more mispriced, but that's not bad. And here's its dividend. Alright, so basically we have a quarterly dividend of, I don't know. This is kind of odd. So this is something to take a look into. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe they're just starting it again after so many years. I don't know. I'll have to call TD and figure it out. Anyway, that's what I'm watching.